Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Brew Log. Tonight we have royalty in the house, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about Royal Fresh IPA from Deschutes Brewing Company in Bend, Oregon. As always, I do want to mention I am not paid by or sponsored by Deschutes Brewing Company, and this beer I did pick up and pay for myself. So let's get into it, and let's have some fun. So even though I haven't been able to experience Deschutes Brewing Company in person, I have had quite a few of their beers, and I always love reading about Deschutes Brewing Company. So let's get into the overview. Established in 1988, from small brew pub to national craft brewery. In 1988, Gary Fish established a small brew pub in downtown Bend, Oregon, and named it after the iconic waterway flowing through town, the Deschutes River. With a belief that good beer brings people together, Gary founded the Deschutes Brewing and Public House as just that, a home for the public. A community gathering place where friends, family, and strangers could come together over some great food and a house-brewed pint of beer. In its first year, the Public House sold 310 barrels of beer. Today, the brewery sells more than 225,000 barrels of beer each year, and Deschutes can be found in 32 states and even a few countries. Over the years, Deschutes breweries expanded beyond the original pub with a brewery and tasting room less than a mile across town on the banks of the Deschutes River in Bend, a second pub in downtown Portland, and a tasting room in Roanoke, Virginia. So that's a real quick overview of Deschutes Brewing. If you'd like to read more about Deschutes Brewery, please go to deschutesbrewery.com. All right, so without further ado, let's get in to the beer, shall we? First up, let's read a little bit about the Royal Fresh IPA. Royal Fresh Imperial IPA. Get a taste of hop royalty with this juicy Imperial juggernaut, featuring big tropical hop flavors and a deceptively smooth finish. Malts used are two-row, wheat, oats, and acidulated. Hops: Cascade, Citra, Mosaic, Centennial, Amarillo, Eldorado, and Cashmere. ABV sitting at 9% and IBUs sitting at 70. It's available year-round. So I do want to say that I have found Royal Fresh in places like Safeway, Fred Meyer's, Albertsons, and even some convenience stores. So if it's a beer that you're interested in trying, then head down to any of the places that I mentioned and pick yourself up one. All right, let's get into the beer, shall we? Here's the beer for you. There's a real close-up look of the color on that. And then we'll give it a smell. Okay, so just like Deschutes had mentioned in their overview of their beer, it is very, very juicy. I get a lot of fruit smells to this, and I get a very large citrus smell. Orange zest is one of the things that I really do pick up on the nose. You do get a hint of the smell of that piney resinous hop aroma as well. And overall, I mean, it just smells like a really, really good beer. So without further ado, I raise my glass and I cheers to the brew venture of finding new brews, to good friends, and to easing the stresses of life away. Cheers, everyone. Let's take a drink. Okay, so the flavor profile on this, it is very hoppy, but it's not overpowering in its hop taste. So you do still get a lot of those juicy flavors, citrus flavors, but they are accompanied by the hop, the piney resinous flavors that you typically kind of get with a IPA. or at least an IPA of this style. Something else I'm picking up on this is it's very, very clean and crisp. It doesn't have any kind of lingering flavors. It just coats the tongue nicely. It drinks very, very well. And yeah, it's just nice and smooth, easy to drink. So if you're in, around, or traveling to the Bend, Oregon area, stop on into the beautiful tap room at Deschutes Brewing Company and try yourself a Royal Fresh IPA or any of the other selections that Deschutes Brewing Company has for you. I'm sure they'd love to serve you and love to see you. So I don't know if anybody has noticed, but I actually try and drink the beer in the glassware that goes with it. I'm going to be doing a episode on glassware in the future, but just know that this is an IPA glass. There's a specific reason why this is an IPA glass, and I will be going into that. Last but not least, I do want to thank my friend Todd Johnston for suggesting the Royal Fresh IPA from Deschutes Brewing Company. You always have good suggestions. Good looking out. Alright folks, well that's going to do it for me tonight. Stay safe out there, support your independent craft brewers, and as always, I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great night, and I'll see you later.